Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving headfirst into AI MovieMaker.
AI MovieMaker.
Yeah, it's this app, and it's making some pretty bold claims. Like, you can create 8K resolution movies, with actors, scripts, dialogue,
A
music,
whole shebang.
all in under 2 minutes. They even say you can upload directly to Netflix and start making bank. So, is this the future of filmmaking or just another overhyped piece of tech?
Sounds a little too good to be true, right?
Yeah, that's why we're here. We've got a ton of articles and research, and we're going to break it all down together. What do you think so far, just from the initial buzz?
Well, the ambition is definitely intriguing. I'll give them that.
Right.
This whole idea of simplifying movie making into 3 steps. You type your idea, customize it a bit, and bam, you're a movie mogul. It's a tempting pitch for sure.
And they're really pushing this angle of starting your own AI movie creation agency,
Hmm.
saying there's this massive demand for new content. But before we all quit our day jobs and jump on that bandwagon, let's dig a little deeper into what AI Movie Maker actually offers. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's break down this so-called magic bullet.
All right, so their feature list, it's impressive. Got to give them that. 8K cinematic movie creation, all on autopilot. They say they've got pre-made actors, scripts, dialogue, music.
AI-powered video generation for everything under the sun. I mean, they're talking scripts, visuals, voiceovers, even the special effects.
It's like they took every filmmaker's dream and just crammed it into one app.
Right.
But the big question, the one we really need to answer is, can it actually deliver?
Yeah, and even if it can, should it? Is this the direction we want filmmaking to go?
Big questions indeed.
Okay, so digging into the details, they also talk about things like AI recommended hashtags and SEO optimized titles, so, making sure your masterpiece actually gets seen. Plus, they've got a script organizer, some kind of professional grade editing suite.
They even claim to have automatic broadcasting to, like, all the major platforms, Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, YouTube, the works, automatic broadcasting.
That's what it's saying.
I don't know about you, but that sounds a little,
Too good to be true.
yeah, exactly. And what about the quality? Like, sure, 8K is impressive, but do most people even have 8K screens yet?
Good point. I mean, 8K resolution is a definite leap forward.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking 4 times the detail of your standard high definition.
Oh.
Imagine incredibly fine details, in textures, landscapes, even facial expressions. But yeah, to actually see the full effect, you'd need a compatible screen, which isn't exactly the norm just
Wow.
yet.
Right.
And then there's the issue of file size. 8K files are massive. Could be a real challenge for streaming and storage, even with today's tech.
So while 8K is a flashy feature, it might not be the game changer AI movie makers making it out to be. It's kind of like, buying a race car when you live in a neighborhood with a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Exactly. At the end of the day, the heart of a good movie, a captivating movie, still lies in the story, the emotional impact. No amount of resolution can make up for a weak plot or flat characters.
All right, so maybe 8K is more hype than necessity. But what about their other claims? They're throwing around some big numbers about the market opportunity here. They say the AI movie industry is worth like $400 billion right now and is projected to reach $700 billion by 2027.
Yeah, there's no doubt that AI and entertainment are becoming more and more intertwined. Investment in AI-powered content creation tools is through the roof, and people are definitely consuming more and more digital content. They cite that over 82% of global internet traffic is from video streaming and movies.
82%.
That's what they're claiming. That's a massive audience, if true.
Huge.
Huge potential, at least.
They also point to the rise in streaming platform viewership, 60% increase in just the last 2 years.
Wow.
And they're saying that movies with high-end production, like what AI Movie Maker supposedly offers, have a 200% higher audience retention rate.
Higher production value definitely has its appeal. People are drawn to visually stunning content, engaging storylines. But I think it's important to remember that production quality isn't everything.
Right, you need a good story at the heart of it all.
Absolutely.
They even mentioned Tom Cruise appearing in AI-generated films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, suggesting that even Hollywood A-listers are embracing this tech. But
Yeah.
is one example enough to signal, like, a fundamental shift in the industry?
It's an interesting development, for sure. Tom Cruise is known for pushing boundaries in filmmaking, so his involvement definitely adds a certain legitimacy to the idea. But I think it's still too early to tell if this is a widespread trend or just, an isolated incident.
So the AI movie market might be booming, but it's not necessarily the guaranteed goldmine AI movie maker is painting it to be.
Exactly. We need to separate the general trends from the specific claims about AI movie makers' role in all of this.
Right. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about costs. AI Movie Maker is really positioning itself as the budget-friendly alternative to traditional filmmaking.
Yeah, they break down the costs of hiring video designers, voiceover artists, scriptwriters, editors, composers. It makes traditional filmmaking seem incredibly expensive.
And then they hit you with their price, $14.95. One-time fee.
Wow.
Sounds tempting, right? Almost too good to be true. But is it really that simple?
I think that's where we need to be careful. While that one-time price seems incredibly low compared to the potential cost of traditional filmmaking, we need to avoid falling into a false sense of economy.
Are they really comparing apples to apples here? What about hidden costs? Things like software updates, cloud storage, limitations on commercial use, that could all add up pretty quickly.
Absolutely. They're highlighting the cost of hiring all those specialists, but they're not really addressing the fact that AI Movie Maker might not completely replace those roles.
So you might end up having to invest in additional tools or services anyway.
Exactly. And, let's not forget the value of human creativity, human expertise. Can an AI truly replicate the ingenuity of a skilled screenwriter, the vision of a director? It's a debate that's happening all over the creative world right now.
It seems like AI is more of a collaborator than a replacement, at least for the time being.
I think so.
And even if AI could handle every single aspect of filmmaking, what about the ethical side of things? What happens to the livelihoods of people who work in the industry?
Right.
And what about the potential for misuse, like creating deepfakes or spreading misinformation?
These are important questions, and they need to be addressed as AI becomes more and more integrated into creative fields. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about the impact on society, on the creative process as a whole.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but we've only just scratched the surface.
There's a lot more to unpack.
In the next part, we're going to take a closer look at those specific features AI Movie Maker offers and really examine the potential benefits and drawbacks of using AI in filmmaking. We'll also delve deeper into those ethical considerations and the potential impact on the industry as a whole. Stay tuned.
All right, let's unpack some of these specific features, shall we? See if they live up to all the hype. AI Movie Maker keeps mentioning AI-powered video generation, which sounds pretty impressive. But what does that even mean, in practice?
Yeah, they make it sound like you just feed the AI your idea and poof, out pops a finished movie. But is that really how it works? Is it that simple?
Oh, AI has definitely come a long way in content creation, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Current AI models can generate text, images, even, video clips, but there's still limitations. Think about trying to explain humor to a computer.
Right.
Or sarcasm.
Right.
It's those subtle human elements that AI still struggles with,
Yeah.
capturing those nuances.
So you might end up with a movie that looks incredible, but if the dialogue is stiff or the emotional beats just aren't landing,
Exactly.
it's not going to be a very compelling experience for the viewers, is it?
Nope. AI can generate content, that's true, but it doesn't really understand the complexities of human emotion, motivation, storytelling. That's where this whole done-for-you aspect of AI Movie Maker comes in. The pre-made actors, scripts, dialogue, music.
It sounds convenient. I mean, incredibly convenient.
Oh, for sure.
But are we sacrificing creativity for convenience here? It's almost like, it's like choosing a paint-by-numbers kit instead of starting with a blank canvas.
That's a great analogy. You might end up with a technically proficient result, but it could lack that spark, that originality that you get from creating something from scratch.
Yeah.
Using pre-made assets might save you time and effort, but it could also limit your ability to tell truly unique stories, stories that are personal, that reflect your vision.
Okay, and what about these claims of automatic broadcasting to major platforms? Can AI Movie Maker really bypass all the traditional hurdles of getting your film seen by a wide audience?
I think it's important to remember that these streaming platforms, they have their own guidelines, submission processes, algorithms. Just because you create a movie, even in 8K, doesn't mean it's automatically going to land a prime spot on Netflix.
So AI Movie Maker might be able to technically upload a video file, but it's not like some magic key to instant success.
Exactly. You still need to understand how those platforms work, how to market your content effectively, how to, engage with viewers. No algorithm can guarantee a captive audience.
Right. It seems like AI Movie Maker is really oversimplifying the path to success in the film industry. They're also pushing these features like AI recommended hashtags and SEO optimized titles to increase discoverability. But are these tactics actually effective, or are they just, marketing buzzwords?
Well, hashtags and SEO can be valuable tools for sure when used strategically. They can help your content get noticed, in that sea of online videos, but they're not some magic solution.
Right. You can't just slap on a bunch of random hashtags and expect your film to go viral overnight.
Exactly. You need to understand your target audience, do your research, find relevant keywords, and most importantly, create content that genuinely connects with viewers, content that resonates with them on some level. AI can offer suggestions, but it shouldn't replace your own judgment and creativity.
AI MovieMaker also boasts about this AI script organizer and an AI editing
Yeah.
suite. It kind of gives the impression that AI can handle the entire filmmaking process from start to finish. Is that a realistic expectation? Or are we setting ourselves up for disappointment here?
AI can definitely help with tasks like script organization and video editing, that's for sure. Imagine having an AI that can help you, identify plot holes or suggest different scene transitions. It could automate those repetitive tasks, offer potential improvements, which could save you a lot of time.
But can AI really replace the human touch of a skilled editor? Someone who understands pacing, narrative flow, emotional impact. Can it make those creative decisions that elevate a good movie to a great one?
That's a big question, and it's one that a lot of filmmakers are grappling with right now. Some are embracing AI as a collaborative partner in the editing process. Others prefer to maintain full creative control. It's a matter of finding that balance, I think, between AI assistance and human artistry.
So AI should be a tool that enhances our creative workflow, not something that dictates our artistic choices.
Exactly.
They also mention interactive video elements.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, implying that AI can create these really immersive experiences. Is that just a gimmick, or is there a real potential there for AI to, revolutionize the way we watch movies?
Interactive video is a fascinating field,
Yeah.
and it's evolving rapidly. AI can definitely play a role there. Imagine a movie where the viewer's choices actually influence the story,
Yeah.
or where they can interact with the characters in real time. It sounds futuristic, but with advances in AI and immersive tech, it's becoming more and more possible. But, to create truly compelling interactive experiences, it takes a lot of careful planning, thoughtful design, and most importantly, a deep understanding of how people engage with stories.
Right. It's not just about throwing in a bunch of interactive elements randomly. It has to enhance the narrative. It has to keep the viewer engaged.
Exactly. AI can be a powerful tool for interactive storytelling, but it needs to be used strategically to avoid feeling gimmicky or distracting.
So it seems like AI Movie Maker offers a mix of potentially useful tools and maybe some overhyped features.
Yeah, I think so.
But what about the bigger picture? What are the ethical implications of using AI in filmmaking?
Well, that's a conversation we definitely need to have.
Yeah.
On one hand, AI tools like this, they democratize content creation.
Right.
They give anyone the ability to become a filmmaker, regardless of budget or technical expertise. That's a powerful concept, I think.
It is.
But it also raises some concerns about authenticity, ownership, the potential for misuse. What if someone uses AI Movie Maker to create deepfakes or, spread misinformation?
Right. Those are serious issues.
They are. As AI gets more sophisticated, it's going to be crucial to establish ethical guidelines, safeguards to prevent these kinds of things from happening.
We need to think carefully about the consequences before this technology becomes even more widespread.
Absolutely.
And what about the impact on human creators? If AI can write scripts, compose music, even generate lifelike actors, does that mean screenwriters, composers, actors are all going to be out of a job?
That's a question a lot of people are asking. And it's understandable, right? It's
Right.
likely that AI is going to reshape the job market in creative fields, just like it's doing in many other industries.
Hmm.
But if we look back at history, new technologies often lead to new job opportunities, new creative possibilities.
Right.
The printing press didn't destroy storytelling, it transformed it.
Hmm.
Photography didn't eliminate painting, it inspired new artistic movements.
That's a good point.
So, I think we're going to see a shift in the types of roles, the skills that are in demand, but human creativity, that will always be essential. It's about adapting, evolving alongside these new technologies.
So what does this all mean for, aspiring filmmakers or anyone who's interested in using AI to create content?
I would say approach these AI tools with a mix of enthusiasm and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Yeah.
Recognize the potential, but also be aware of the limitations. Use them as tools to enhance your creativity, not to replace it.
Don't just buy into every marketing claim you hear.
Exactly.
Do your research, ask questions, and be prepared to put in the work to make your film stand out regardless of the technology you're using.
The human element, the storytelling, the originality, the emotional connection, that's what makes a movie truly great. No AI can replicate that, at least not yet.
We've spent a good amount of time dissecting AI MovieMaker, their features, their marketing, but I'm really curious to get your take on like the bigger picture. What does AI actually mean for the future of filmmaking?
Ah, the million-dollar question.
Right. Some people are convinced that these AI tools are going to revolutionize the industry. Others, they're worried, that they'll devalue human creativity, that special sauce that makes a film. A film. Where do you stand on all this?
Well, it's definitely a complex issue. No easy answers here. There's a lot of buzz excitement, for sure, but also a lot of apprehension, surrounding AI and its role in creative fields. It's almost like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier, maybe.
Mhm.
We see the potential, the incredible innovation that could be unlocked, but at the same time, there are these unknown challenges lurking out there.
Yeah, it's easy to get swept up in the hype. Imagine a future where AI is pumping out blockbuster movies effortlessly, no human input needed.
Right, like a movie factory.
Exactly. But I think we need to be realistic about where AI technology is right now.
Oh, absolutely. AI can generate content, pump out scripts, maybe even compose a catchy tune. But can it really, truly replicate that depth, that complexity of human creativity? I'm not so sure. It's like, think of computer-generated painting versus a work of art created by a human hand. Both might be impressive on a technical level, sure, but only one truly carries that weight, that essence of human experience, of emotion.
AI Movie Maker talks about creating movies in over 150 languages.
Ambitious, to say the least.
Yeah. On the surface, that sounds incredible, right? But can AI really grasp those subtle nuances, those cultural differences, those linguistic quirks in a way that truly connects with a global audience?
That's a great point. Language, it's so much more than just words on a page. It reflects culture, history, shared experiences. Just translating a script directly, that doesn't guarantee that a story will resonate with viewers from different backgrounds, different walks of life. You need a deep, deep understanding of those cultures to weave a narrative that feels authentic, engaging, real.
Yeah. AI can translate, sure, but it can't replace that human touch, that sensitivity that's so essential for cross-cultural storytelling.
Definitely not.
It feels like AI Movie Maker is oversimplifying things, Like they offer these tools, these features that sound amazing, but they're not addressing those core challenges. Storytelling, character development, emotional resonance, the stuff that really matters.
I see what you mean. It's easy to get distracted by the shiny new tech, the promise of efficiency, and forget about those fundamental principles that make a good story, a truly good story.
Mm.
8K resolution, fancy special effects, none of that can hide a weak plot or characters that the audience just doesn't connect with. Those are the things that make a movie memorable.
So, what would you say to like aspiring filmmakers, to anyone out there who's excited about these AI tools like AI Movie Maker?
Mhm.
What advice would you give them?
Well, first and foremost, don't lose sight of that human element.
Hmm.
AI can be a fantastic tool, an incredibly powerful one, but it should never replace your own creativity, your passion, your unique perspective. Let AI enhance your storytelling, but don't let it dictate it.
It's almost like having a brand new state-of-the-art paintbrush, right? It can help you create amazing things, but ultimately the vision, the artistry that comes from the artist, not the brush.
Exactly. And remember, storytelling, at its core, it's about connecting with an audience on an emotional level. It's about sharing experiences, exploring what it means to be human, making people think, feel, reflect. AI can help with certain aspects of the process, but it can't replace that heart, that soul that a human storyteller brings to their work.
Well said. AI Movie Maker, it's definitely a fascinating window into the future of filmmaking. But we gotta approach these new tools carefully, critically, always keeping in mind the art of storytelling, the craft. As we wrap up this deep dive, I gotta say, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. It's an exciting time to be a filmmaker, new possibilities emerging all the time, but it's also a time for us to reflect, to be mindful of how we want to use AI, how it can best serve the creative process, not overtake it.
Couldn't agree more. The future of filmmaking is probably going to be a collaboration, a partnership between human and artificial intelligence, and it's our responsibility to shape that future responsibly, ethically, making sure that AI amplifies, enriches human storytelling rather than diminishing it.
That's a fantastic point. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining me on this deep dive. And to our listeners, we hope this has given you a better understanding of AI Movie Maker and maybe even spark some questions, some food for thought about AI and the future of filmmaking. Keep exploring, keep creating, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.